on the Enchanted Princess on its maiden voyage, and we just finished, or just about done. We have one more day at sea and then we're home. So I wanted to take this chance to share with you our overall experiences. So you ready? Let's go ahead and dive in. I have been on the Enchanted Princess for the last, well, 9 days of this 10-day cruise, and along the way I've gotten a lot of video footage, and I've picked up a lot of tips and have a lot of things I want to share with you regarding our overall experience. So if you're planning to cruise on the Enchanted Princess, or perhaps even some of the other MedallionClass Royal Class ships, which are twins to this ship, then this will be helpful for you. So let's go ahead and start at the beginning. Now, if you saw my first video, which I will link above or below, I talked about the check-in process and how that went and how smooth that went. The next thing that I didn't cover in that video, though, was the muster drill. So if you've ever cruised before, you know the muster drill is kind of a pain in the butt, where you have to wait for them to have a drill, and you have to grab your life jacket and walk out and find out where your lifeboat is, and it's a whole thing. Well, new on this ship, or at least my first experience of this, is now it is a video. So you go to your cabin, you watch the video, and then you simply check in at your muster station, which is designated areas, and it lets you know where you need to check in. You walk up to your muster station, you show them your medallion, you check in, and that is it. That is the entire muster drill. It was so nice, so easy, and far less stressful on your first day aboard the ship. That leads me to my next topic, which is the medallion. So as I mentioned, this is a MedallionClass cruise. If you've been researching Princess, you've already heard this term before. This is one of the things that I thought was actually made this cruise just kind of that next level. All it is this little medallion here, and I chose to wear it on my wrist, but you can also get a free lanyard, or you can wear it as a necklace. There's a bunch of different things you can do. If you decide to wear something other than the lanyard, you have to pay for it, but it's not that expensive. And I just found that on my wrist was just a far easier thing to do than to carry it around on a lanyard. But what this is your key to get into your cabin. This is your key to order food. So I can be anywhere on the ship. Right now I'm in Crooner's Lounge, and I can order a drink at any time, and people will bring it to me. I was at the pool earlier today, ordered some sunscreen. Somebody brought me my sunscreen. It is the most amazing thing to be able to order chocolate chip cookies at midnight if you want to do that, because they locate you with your medallion so that they can find you and deliver whatever it is that you've ordered. This is also great if you are traveling with other people, because you can locate them. So if you guys separate for a time, or if you have children and you need to locate where they are on the ship, you simply use the app and can locate anybody. You can also chat with them via that too. And speaking of chat, you can also chat with the staff. So if you have questions, you can make reservations on the app for all of the different dining options, for the sanctuary pool area, for all different kinds of things. So by having this medallion, it really elevates the amount of service Princess is able to give to you. And we have found it so convenient, and we've loved every minute of being able to have this as our way of communicating and getting things done. The other cool thing about it that I forgot to mention is this is how you check in and out of the ship when you're getting off at a port. Also, when you're checking in for your reservation, they know who you are, and you say, "Hello, Mrs. Jones, here's your table," and it just kind of adds that next level of personal service. All right, speaking of them showing you to your dining, I wanted to talk about dining next. So to be honest, when we first got on the ship, the food was not spectacular. We actually started out by trying the buffet, and I have to say it was mediocre at best. And we went to the dining room the first night, and unfortunately it was kind of the same story. Service was slow. It wasn't that impressive on the first day. However, like I said, this is the maiden voyage, so I knew there would be some hiccups as the staff learned how to make this all kind of flow together and how to perfect their service, and it ended up being true. So comparing day 1 to day 7, it improved dramatically. The service got better just from day 1 to day 2. Day 2 was much better in regard to service, but food, we went to the buffet again a day or 2 ago, and the quality of food was elevated. So for instance, in the buffet the first morning, they had a selection of pancakes and waffles, but they had them in a pan almost. And so when I had one, it was hard as a rock on the bottom. But I noticed when we went back on day 7, they changed that completely. They put it on a different platform, so it was no longer a problem of it getting too hard to eat. So they learned their lessons and made those changes live. And so now on day 7, everything was much improved. Everything was better quality, tasting, and the service was much better. That's at the general places, your buffet, your dining rooms. They also have the specialty dining. So they have a steakhouse, a Michelin star bistro. They have the salty pub, gastro pub. They have a pizza like a wood-fired pizza, I believe it is, or stone-fired pizza. They have a seafood bar, and what am I missing? Oh, and then the Italian restaurant. We tried all of those except the seafood bar because we don't eat seafood, but they were all fantastic. We had great experiences at all of them. I have to say though, hands down, our favorite was the salty dog. That one was excellent, but we also had tremendous food at all of the other places that we went to. The pizza, Gigi's Pizza on board, is amazing. Like, if you pick any of the specialty restaurants, I promise you won't be disappointed. One little tip on that, if you are going to the buffet, it is somewhat mid to the back of the ship, kind of between the two. One little trick is if you get your buffet and keep walking towards the stern of the ship, out the back is called the Wake View Pool, and next to the Wake View Pool are lots of tables for outdoor dining, and it's a much quieter space than in the main buffet dining room. It's a great little hideaway, a great little place to go for your morning breakfast and coffee and enjoying the back of the ship as it sails into port. And then another tip is to go to the Good Spirits bar on deck 5. So they have drinks from all over the world. They have 19 specialty drinks, and if you order 11 of them, you get a t-shirt. And the way they track if you've ordered them is they will give you these recipe cards when they give you the drink. And then if you collect 11 of these, then you trade it in and you get a t-shirt. It's not, not that it's glamorous or anything, but it's just kind of a fun thing to do. We have tried drinks from all over the world, some really fantastic, new, unique things that we've never tried before. And in addition to that, they also have a little show. So as they're making a cool drink, they put it up on the projector and on the screen and show you how they make it. It's very interactive, it's very lively, it's a lot of fun. And so we've made it a nightly ritual before dinner. We go down there every night to try a new cocktail and just enjoy the time. All right, speaking of entertainment, now this is something that we didn't explore in depth. There's just so many things available as far as entertainment goes. In regard to your big nightly show, they have one big rock opera that they put on, but then they also have things like a comedian, magician, singers. There's also something called Five Skies, which I didn't see, but we've heard people rave about it. It's some kind of interactive game, I believe. I don't know a lot about it, but if you see it on your cruise, make sure to check it out because everybody who's done it says it's a lot of fun. I've also heard really great things about the rock opera. Again, didn't see it, but it is available as far as nightly entertainment. You also have the opportunity to go see a movie under the stars. In the main pool area, they turn all of the lounge chairs towards their big screen TV. They put out blankets, they serve popcorn, and you can watch all different kinds of movies. I've seen everything from Judy, the Judy Garland story, all the way up to Fast and the Furious and Jungle Cruise. So it's kind of a wide range of movie choices available to meet kind of everybody's taste. They also have NFL football on the Mondays and Thursdays as well. So actually today is Thursday, so we might be checking that out tonight. In addition to that, they have a casino, which of course is your typical casino, but they have poker tournaments. And then you also have the night lounges. You have everything from jazz and easy listening all the way up to a DJ and late night dancing. So there's kind of a wide range of things to be able to appease all ages in regard to nightly entertainment. All right, now let's move on to what has to be probably my favorite spot on the ship, and that is the spa. Now, even if you're not a spa person, which my husband is not a spa person, but he loved this place just as much as I did, the spa on this ship is absolutely amazing. It is gorgeous, it is huge, and because it's the maiden voyage, it's a brand new ship, everything is brand new and clean and beautifully decorated. All of the therapists that we've had have been fantastic, and our favorite place amongst all of that, and we've had massages and facials and he's had shaves and all those different things. We've had a fantastic experience each time, but our favorite place is the Enclave. Now, the Enclave is a place where you would have to pay to have entry, and what you do is you can pay at the beginning and then you have entry the whole duration of your cruise, but it is the perfect place to go to relax. It has heated lounge chairs, saunas, dry saunas, steam saunas. It has a fantastic jacuzzi with a rainfall and different bubble areas, and it has aromatherapy showers. It is just the most relaxing and amazing place. And so we have gone every single day because it is really our favorite place on the ship. A tip regarding the spa: if you think you might enjoy the spa or want to do any of those things, go on a tour the very first day. We did that, and every tour they did, they were offering discounts and extras. So if you haven't made your reservations yet, and even if you have, go on the tour, and if you find something you want to do or something you've already planned, you can usually get a discount on it, and they will add it on to even if you've already had a reservation for it. But it's a great way to get some extra discounts. They also had a spa saver special. So if you did 3 different treatments, the first treatment was 10% off, the second was 20% off, and the third was 30% off. So you were able to build more savings the more treatments that you did. And if you're there, I have to highly recommend, as far as a massage therapist, Nelly, and as far as a facialist, Renee, and also Desi, I believe she does facials as well, and Denisa for a man for getting a shave and a haircut. My husband loved it. It was fantastic. All right, let's move on to the pool area. So there are a ton of pool options available. You have your main pool area, which is also where the big screen TV is. This is perfect if you like the lively environment, you like the music playing, usually a lot of Caribbean music and island music. You have the servers constantly roaming around to always bring you fresh drinks, food. That's where you can get a burger and fries, or you can get pizza and ice cream. It's just a very lively environment, and lots of lounge chairs for a nice day at sea, or just relaxing no matter what time of the day it is. So that's the main pool area. But you also have some specialty areas. There is also the retreat pool area. Now, one thing about that is it's very enclosed, as you can see, which was a positive and a minus. Because it was enclosed, it ended up, the way they structured it, it ended up being kind of a wind tunnel. So there were several times when we walked by and it was just too windy for anybody to be in there. And other times you could be in there, but it was direct sun and it got quite hot. So I think it's a great way to get away, but it's not always the ideal situation. So just depending on the day and kind of what's going on, it might be a great place. You also have the Wake View pool, which is on the very, very back of the ship. It is an infinity pool, and they have fewer lounge chairs back there, so it's a quieter environment. They don't have the live music and stuff, but they do have some low-level music that they play. It's just a much quieter, more relaxing space in a smaller pool area if you want more of that feel. Interspersed with all of that are jacuzzis everywhere, so you can always find a spare jacuzzi if you would like to go ahead and hang out in that. All right, now a few tips about the pool areas. If you are in the retreat pool and it's either too hot or too confined for there, go up one deck. In fact, that's my tip for every pool. Go up one deck. If it is too full on the bottom, usually if you go up one deck, there's a ton of free lounge chairs that nobody knows about and nobody realizes is up there. So if you just go up one more deck, up the stairs, you will usually find a whole new oasis of places to lay out, have a drink, and just enjoy the day. On that note, they also have one additional place I haven't talked about yet, and that is the sanctuary. Now, there's no pool in the sanctuary, but there is a jacuzzi. But this is a fee-based area. You have to pay to enter the area. It is $40 for the day or $20 for the half day to get a lounge chair. But you can also get the cabana if you would prefer. The cabana is $140 for a half day and $220 for a full day. If you choose to get the cabana, it comes with lounge chairs, a fully stocked mini bar, a fruit basket, food service, and so many more things. We're actually going to do it tomorrow, so I'll do a new video on that in the future to show you what that experience is like. Let's move on really briefly to shore excursions. Now, I'm going to do a future videos about each island specifically because there's far too much information for me to share with you right now. I just want to hit the places we went and some of the highlights in case you're going on this particular cruise soon, so that way you know some of our favorite things. We started out in Princess Keys, and in all honesty, it wasn't that great. I hate to say it. It wasn't like Royal Caribbean's where they have water slides and all sorts of things. It really was just a regular island where you could have lounge chairs. They had a really fantastic buffet barbecue lunch. That was really good. You can get drinks, of course. You can get drinks everywhere. And then you can do certain things. You can go snorkeling. You can, I believe, rent kayaks and things like that. But that's pretty much it. So while it was nice and it was relaxing, it wasn't necessarily anything super extraordinary. So that was my first impression of Princess Keys. We next went to St. Thomas. Now, St. Thomas, we did a snorkeling trip. We were supposed to go scuba diving, but that trip got canceled due to weather conditions, so we ended up going snorkeling instead. So unfortunately, I didn't get to see any of the interior of St. Thomas, so I won't be able to share that with you at this point, but like I said, in the future video, I'll do more research and share more details about St. Thomas in general. But the snorkeling was fantastic. We are from California, so being able to see the Caribbean and that turquoise water where you can see clear all the way down, and so many different fish varieties and octopus and turtles and so many different things, it was really a fun, fantastic thing to do. So if you like the water at all, definitely highly recommend doing that when you go to St. Thomas. The next stop was Dominica. Now Dominica is a rainforest. Like literally it gets more rain some years than the Amazon does, and it is in the path of every hurricane alive. So they get a ton of rain. The forest is so dense you can't even see through it. But what ends up happening is they have 365 rivers. I think she said there was about 12 waterfalls. It is thick and lush, and you have a rainforest right against the turquoise clear waters, and so it is the most magical island I can even imagine. It is just fantastic. Now the trip that we did, or the short excursion that we did on that one, was a combination of things, and I'll find the name and put it on the screen because I don't remember the name of it right now, but I do know it was with Wacky Rollers. That was the name of the excursion company that sponsored the trip for us. First thing that you did is you drive up to the top of a mountain and you go to the Emerald Pools. It's at the bottom of a waterfall. You can dive in. Again, rainforest is beautiful and gorgeous and just a sight to behold. When you're done with that, they drive you down back to the sea and you go snorkeling in the Champagne Reefs. Now this is caused by thermal activity under the reef, which causes the bubbles to rise up like a champagne glass, and you get to snorkel and see all of the abundant life that is there, and it's just a really cool thing to see and experience. When you're done with that, they drive you to a local B&B for a fantastic local lunch, fixed by locals, so you really get an idea of the local food and flavors. And then once you've had that lunch, then you go up to Trafalgar Falls, which is one of their best sites on the island. It is the Mama Fall, Papa Fall, and Baby Fall, 75 feet, 25 feet, and then the baby is really just what mixes between the two. Again, jaw-droppingly beautiful and gorgeous and amazing. But the highlight, the best part, is what comes next, and that is Tattoo Gorge. And if you are adventurous at all, take this excursion. I'm telling you right now, take it and then do it. So when you get to Tattoo Gorge and they say, okay, put on these life vests, which aren't the life vests, they're the ones that go around your waist, and jump in this cold water, don't question it, just do it. I promise you. Because what they're going to do is take you back where some of the Pirates of the Caribbean was filmed, into these amazing black stone walls, into a hidden waterfall. I'm not going to say more. The pictures will do it justice, but you have to experience it for yourself. It made the whole trip just fantastic. So everything we saw on that excursion that day just got better and better and better. From there we went to Curacao. Curacao, also one of my favorite places, was amazing. We spent the morning going scuba diving with Beyond Field Diving, which was not part of the ship. That's an excursion that you would book separately on your own, and I'll put links below if that's something you're interested in. And then after we did that, we actually went rock climbing with X-Venture Curacao. And Bernice over there takes excellent care of all of her people that come through her tours. She will handcraft any kind of thing that you want. We chose to go rock climbing, but she also offers kayaking options, camping options, hiking options, just so many different things. So if you are going to Curacao, you have to check out X-Venture Curacao. And again, I'll link that below. She will create amazing things for you. And then she'll take you on a tour in the islands as well. So we got to see all different kinds of beautiful things in Curacao. And now we've fallen in love and we definitely want to go back. And then the final place we went was Aruba. And Aruba, we went scuba diving. Actually, I should say my husband went scuba diving and got to see 2 different shipwrecks, which he said was amazing. And as you can see from the videos, it looks pretty cool. I stayed on the ship and went to the spa, let's just be honest. But that was an amazing thing. But again, I didn't get to see the interior, so I will research that more and bring you more information on that in a future video. All right, the next stop is the cabin. We're in a Deluxe Oceanview cabin. So it wasn't a suite, it wasn't a balcony, but I loved it nonetheless. If you saw my first video, you'll see that it has those floor-to-ceiling windows. We were right smack dab in the bow, over the top of the bridge of the ship, and I've loved being up here. It is not loud, but it is a little bit more motion than you'll find in the center of the ship. So there is a little bit more rocking and rolling than what usually you would find elsewhere. It was very comfortable. The bed is amazing. The only critique I have is there's not very many plugs. There's 2 USB ports on the lamps, and there were 2 actual plugs in the room and 1 in the bathroom, and that's it. So we really struggled to find places to plug in our phones and different laptops and different things that we had. So you might want to think of that and bring maybe some extra extension cords if you'll be staying in this room. My guess is the balcony rooms and the indoor rooms are going to be the same. The only thing that might be different is if you have a suite, I'm sure they will have more options for you. And there was plenty of space for everything we needed. The closet, everything was plenty for what we had. So let's move on to my final tips for this trip. Overall, this was a fantastic experience. A few things that you should know though if you are taking this cruise. If you're going to go to the spa or think it might maybe be interesting to you, go on that tour the first day so that you can get all of those discounts that they offer. If you're going to the pool, no matter what pool you go to, get there early so that you can get your lounge chair because it does fill up as the day goes on. We had, this ship is capable of holding around 3,000 passengers. We only have 950 on board with us. So it's pretty empty. But even then, it filled up, especially at the main pool, pretty early. So if you are going to spend the day at the pool, make sure you get there early and stake out your spot. Or go to the sanctuary, pay your $40 for the day, and you'll know you'll have your spot. It's reserved only for you. The other thing is when you are preparing to come on the ship for your COVID test, you can take a self-test at home. So you get to just order it online, you take it, it's a proctored test, and it's just so much easier than trying to go to a lab and take it within that 2 days, and if you're going to get test results in time. When you do the self-test, you get results in 15 minutes, and it's easy peasy and you're done. The other thing is when it comes to dining, explore the specialty dining. It is worth the extra fee because we found at least that the quality of the food and the specialty dining really outshone the regular dining room. So if you have an opportunity, try some of the specialty dining areas, especially the Salty Dog Pub and Gigi's Pizzeria. And then my final tip is to come soon. So like I said, right now we only have 950 people on board, but as time goes on, they're just gonna get more crowded and more crowded and more crowded. So if you are thinking about cruising this year, come before the crowds fully return. And if you didn't see it, my first video covering my first impressions covers some more things that I didn't talk about now. And if you are looking to book a cruise and need some help, feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to help you. And other than that, I hope to see you on the next video, and happy cruising if you're going. Take care. Bye-bye.